All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Facebook Live for Why Wednesdays. Today we got Jen. Jen, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Brett?
Doing good. Jen's from Jen's Way. She talks about everything for social media. And today we're checking the batteries on your fire alarm. We need to make sure we do that a couple times a year. So we're looking at profiles and what we need to do for social media, make sure we have that all set up. And we have just covered my extent of the knowledge here. So it's over to you, Jen.
Yeah, when you and I were talking about what to cover this month, it's still technically the beginning of the year. I can't believe we're halfway through February already, but a big thing that I see is just people needing to get back to the basics of their profiles. Now is a great time to do it while you're getting into what your content creation is going to be this year. But starting with your profile picture, the craziest thing that I see is the profile picture that one across every platform you look like a different human being to start with. Like what's the picture from 1980 still doing up on Facebook? It's okay to let it go.
Come on, but I look
Um,
good.
and I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be the same exact photo, but the same era
I get
of
it.
photos. Like if you go do a photo shoot and you get back 10 different great headshots, okay, sprinkle those across social because you're gonna have the same, especially for women, you're gonna have the same hair color, you're gonna be styling it the same, and people are gonna be able to easily see that you're the same person. They're not gonna be left, especially if you have a common name. For people,
Right.
Jen Waybor, I'm the only one. I can get away with a little bit more. But especially if you have a common name, make sure people can easily recognize that they have the right person. That way, when you're doing all your content creation, that top of mind is actually happening with the right person. So, and from there, contact information. The biggest thing that I tell my clients and coaching clients and all of that is that the average consumer is pretty lazy. So if you give them the opportunity to not find you, to not reach out, they're going to take it. So if they have to dig into your profile to figure out your email address because they don't want to call, millennial here, I'm never going to call, I'm always going to email, they're going to go find somebody else pretty easily. So I always recommend all of those platforms that have a cover photo of any kind, so LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure all of your contact information is right in those so that people can easily get that information. And then like the little bio section on your Facebook profile, have your contact information there. And of course, in the actual contact information spots on all of your profiles, make sure that that is all up to date as well. So, and the last big part of this, of course, is your branding. Make sure it's consistent across all of your profiles, that you're using your branding colors, you're using that beautiful logo that you had created in those cover photos. And I mean, if you want to have a picture of your kids as your Facebook cover photo, cool, but throw it in Canva, add your logo and your contact information in the corner. It doesn't have to be a big deal. I hear that all the time, but I use my Facebook for personal and I don't want it to be all branded. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Like just throw your logo in the corner. We're creating that brand recognition that's so important. Again, before you even get into content creation, which Brett and I have talked about before, is just putting those little nuggets of reminding people of what your business is.
That makes sense. And I mean, you've told me so many times before to tell people who you are, what you do, and so having your kids in there or something like that
Yeah.
is great. But do that little extra effort so that they know who you are and can connect the dots.
Exactly. And Canva, I mean, Canva makes it so easy. Even with the free Canva, you can throw it in so easily. So,
I'm just getting started with that. Michelle used to do all of that, and I'm getting pretty good at it. Sorry about the noise, by the way. I'm at my dad's house in Pennsylvania, and of course, it just had to get really blowy here.
of course it
But
did.
of course. So we're looking at our profiles. We're looking at our consistent pictures. What else are we looking at doing?
I think from there, it's just making sure that everything's up to date. I mean, that's another one is the amount of profiles I click on that the website URL is wrong or
Oof.
goes to a page that doesn't exist or any of that. A good one on your Facebook profile, again, we're talking personal. Make sure all your social media links are there. They even let you put in your TikTok link, which was shocking to me because if you don't know, you probably know, Meta hates TikTok. That's why they released Reels. Like the whole drama of it, but you can even add your TikTok profile into your profile. So make sure you're just taking the 5-10 minutes to go in and get all of that linked properly so that people can find you, and more than that, so they can communicate with you in the way that they want to. Because again, consumers are lazy. They want to communicate how they want to communicate, and if they can't, they're going to move on to somebody else.
Oh, it's amazing how people do that, because I mean, I work with Google, and same thing. Your Google page, who gets there? 80% of the people that ever look at you online. How many times is the website not on there? 40 or 50%. It's like, are you kidding me?
That's insane.
It
You put
really
all
is.
this time into a website, like make sure
Yeah.
you're putting it places.
I mean, it used to be $4,000 or $5,000. Maybe now it's $1,000 or $2,000, but
Right.
still. And 2 minutes and no effort into social media and Google, where people actually see you instead of on your website. You and I could probably jump around on this soapbox for quite a while, couldn't
Oh
we?
yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah.
So
There's just attention to detail. I mean, it's really what all of this comes down to.
it is.
Um,
Well,
and of
that's why
course,
we have jobs, because people
exactly.
concentrate on their jobs and we help them with this. So if you need
Exactly.
any help with any of this stuff, Jen can help you with the social media side. If you have a rat's nest of a Google page, let me know and we will help you out. So thanks for joining us today, Jen. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. Join us every Wednesday for Why Wednesday, tips and tricks on social media and all things internet. Thanks. Have a good one.